So in the previous class, we discussed about a storyboard of a tribal, discussing about the tribal life and how they lost their carefree life, and we discussed about the term called displacement. Okay. Now let us continue from the last topic. So, how Dadu was forced to leave his village in Orissa. Dadu's stories is similar to the lives of millions of Adivasis in India. We will read more about marginalization of this community in this chapter. So, hope you remember the term. What is the meaning of term marginalization? Remember?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Marginalization means separating a community from the
Mainstream.
Mainstream, sir.
mainstream. That is called marginalization. Please write down the meaning of marginalization. Okay, now please write down this topic, that is, who are Adivasis? Please write down who are Adivasis. So, Adivasi, the term literal meaning is original inhabitants. What do you mean by inhabitant? What is the meaning of term
People
inhabitant?
living in a particular place.
People who are living in a particular place, like Africans are the inhabitant of African continent. Okay, means basically they belongs to that particular place. So term Adivasi literally means original inhabitants or the communities who lived and often continue to live in a close association with the forest. So we cannot call a person who live in the city as a Adivasi. Now whenever we speak about scheduled caste and scheduled tribe means originally they are Adivasis only. They are the tribal community. They are the tribal community who are living very close to the nature. That's why they were called scheduled tribes. But there may be few scheduled tribes because in your you may come across SC/STs, scheduled tribes, who live in the city. Can we call them as Adivasis now?
No, sir.
Because their ancestors or their originality may be from Adivasis, but at present they are not living close to the nature. They are in the cities. Okay, that's the reason why several times a lot of criticism, discussion about the reservation policy provided to scheduled tribe and scheduled caste. Okay, that of course we'll discuss when you are in live class. So around 8% of India's population is Adivasi, and many of India's most important mining and industrial centers are located in Adivasi areas. So please write down the percentage. 8% of India's population is Adivasi. And places like Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro, Bhilai, all these places, they are rich in iron ore and coal deposits. And
Yes,
most
sir.
of these places, they are the forest areas. So naturally, Adivasis live in that particular place. Adivasis are not homogeneous population. What is the meaning of term homogeneous?
The homogeneous is a type of mixture.
What is called heterogeneous? We study in biology now.
They're mixture of two different things, sir.
Hetero means different. Homogeneous means belong to
Similar.
same community. We conclude that all Adivasis are
Heterogeneous.
No, we conclude all Adivasis are homogeneous. We feel that all Adivasis are having same character, same behavior, same culture, same food habits, dress habits. Don't you feel so? We consider Adivasi means all Adivasis have same lifestyle, belief systems, culture, and all those things. That's the reason why we conclude that Adivasis are homogeneous. But the Adivasis are homogeneous?
No, sir.
They are not
No, sir.
homogeneous,
No,
right?
sir, they are
If
heterogeneous.
you refer few Adivasi community, like I told you, Jarawas of Andaman and Nicobar. Jarawas or Andaman Nicobar is the most dangerous tribal community. If someone try to enter their place, then definitely they kill them. They're very cruel. If you would have read in the Adivasis communities, like tribal communities of Nagas, Naga Sadhu, Naga in Nagaland, Kuki National Front. Okay, there are few tribal communities in the northeastern states. Those who worked in northeastern state, or you may have heard the stories about this tribal community. They are very cruel. Their way of dealing things are very different way. Same way, if you see the tribal communities of Karnataka, okay, I told you about Hakki Pikki, a tribal community or Adivasi community in Mysore and Chamarajanagar area. They are very soft, skilled. Moreover, they are very close to the nature, very friendly with the outside world. The same condition is there. Adivasis who live in Joida, Kumta region of Karnataka. They are not so cruel. So what I mean to say, all Adivasis are not same, but we assume that all are what?
Different, sir.
We assume that all are homogeneous or heterogeneous.
Homogeneous, sir.
We assume that all are homogeneous, but they are not homogeneous.
Yes, sir.
You understood the meaning of term homogeneous?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
People who have common identities, okay, homogeneous population. Take for example, Sainik school cadets. Sainik school cadets, you are a homogeneous population in the sense you wear the same dress, your food inside the Sainik school is same, you are supposed to behave in a particular way. So most of your characters, they are you are supposed or you are forced to behave in a particular or in an expected manner, homogeneous. But if you visit a school outside Sainik school Bijapur, don't you feel in a civil school children come in a different dress and their way of lifestyle is different? They carry different food in the tiffin or they bring the same one?
Different, sir.
Yes.
Different, na?
Sir.
So they are purely heterogeneous. Okay.
Yes.
So heterogeneous means people with a different identities. They are called as heterogeneous. So we assume that is our wrong notion, that we assume that Adivasis are same, but it is not true. Each Adivasi, they have got different culture, life system, belief system, and there are many things which make them different from others. There are more than 500 different Adivasi group in India. Adivasis, particularly numerous, live in a state like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and northeastern states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. Please write down at least 5 to 6. So Adivasi states, numerous Adivasi states like first one Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, please write down, Madhya Pradesh. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Physically,
Sir.
mentally, push on. Okay. There are few who are even now also. Okay. Orissa, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Sujit, northeastern states like Arunachal, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. Okay. A state like Orissa is a home for more than 60 different tribal groups in India. So, nearly 60 different tribal groups found in Orissa. Santalis are one of the tribal group which is found in Orissa. Adivasi societies are most distinctive because there is often very little hierarchy among them. This makes them radically different from communities organized around principles of jati, varna, or those who ruled by the kings. Hope you written the names of the tribal groups,
Yes, sir.
tribal states. Okay. Adivasi practice a range of tribal religions and that are different from Islam, Hinduism, and Christianity. They often involve in worship of ancestors, village, nature spirit, and the last associated with the residing in various sites of landscape, mountain spirit, river spirit, animal spirits, etc. Okay, let me explain what is this 3-4 line mean. So, non-Adivasis like you and me, we maybe belongs or worship one kind of religion, maybe Hinduism, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, or Christianity. But in Adivasi, there are few tribal community who don't follow this traditional religion like Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and all those things. They have their own way of, or they have their own religion, Adivasi culture. And most of the Adivasis worship river spirit, mountain spirit, animal spirit. Can you give me an example for we worship river spirit? Can you give me an example?
Sir, Ganga and Yamuna.
Yes, very
River.
good. Yeah. All rivers in India considered for Hindus, it's very sacred, isn't it? We worship, we call river as a like mother, Ganga Mata. The same with the case of mountain, isn't it? Mount Kailash. Mount Kailash considered as very holy. Few animals, for example, which animal is
Sir,
this?
cow.
Cow,
Cow,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, cow.
Cow.
Is it's worship. Yeah. So it's very common in India. That is what very important. We live very close to the nature. Even in your own place, you may be knowing that they worship land. They call it as in Karnataka they call it as Bhumata, isn't it? Bhutai
Yes,
means
sir.
considering the own, even though it's a land, but they give a lot of respect to that. That is what the Indian culture. What makes Indian culture different from European or other countries' culture? That we give importance to every minute aspect. What is which animal Lord Ganesh always keeps with him?
Mouse.
Sir, elephant.
Mouse, sir. Mouse, sir.
So,
A
mouse.
rat.
Mouse, a rat. Okay, mouse.
Mouse.
Do you think that such a huge size Ganesha gets benefit from such a small creature?
Yes, sir.
No. So here, what does it mean that even such a minute or a negligible creature also given importance in the Indian mythology, Indian culture. That is what we respect dogs, we respect cow, we respect almost all animals, isn't it? So that is what we call animal spirit. What do you mean by spirit in the sense? We consider them as a part of God here. Okay. So we consider mountain as a god. Adivasis considered mountain, river, animals, etc. as the spirits. The village spirits are often worshipped at specific sacred groves. Please write down the term sacred groves. Can you tell me what is sacred grove?
So specifical way, sir.
Lands or trees.
Okay. Uh, how many are from okay? How many are from Karnataka in this class? Maybe few are there. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You heard a term called bana. Bana. Don't know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sacred groves means in Kerala they are called as cow. Okay. Sacred groves are highly the most number of sacred groves are there in Kerala and few are in South Karnataka, that is in Mangalore, Udupi, nearby place, and in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Now I'll explain what is called sacred groves. Sacred groves means a small protected forest near by the village. Inside that small protected forest, a stone or a deity or an idol will be there, and people are scared to enter inside, or they are scared to cut the trees on the plants in and around, and they believe that that forest belongs to that god or goddess. You got a picture of now in your brain?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you come across such things? Have you visited? How many of you visited? I visited Kerala. In
I
Kerala, there is a big sacred grove in Irinjalkuda that is almost 400 plus hectares of land. Okay, so here two major things are very important. One, Nagabana. Have you heard about Nagabana in Kannada?
Yes, sir.
What is Nagabana? Means the cobras or serpents generally found in that particular small forest area which is near to the village, okay, or your premises. So sacred groves, once you get a time, you please Google down and see the few pictures of sacred groves. Okay. So sacred groves within the village boundary, while the ancestral ones are usually worshipped at home. Additionally, Adivasis have always been influenced by different religions like Shakta, Buddhist, Vaishnava, Bhakti, and Christianity. Please write down. Please write down. Adivasis, they are influenced by the religions like Shakta, Buddhist,
Sir, can you repeat?
Shakta, Shakta, Buddhist. I hope you are able to see the slide.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vaishnav, Vaishnav means those who worship Vishnu. Bhakti, Bhakti is nothing but a group of people who do bhajans and all, and they worship God in the form of singing and dancing. Hope you heard about Kanak Das, Sur Das, Kabir Das.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they all belong to Bhakti tradition. Okay. Means they worship God in the form of music and dance. That is the simple way of worship. Instead of doing havan and huge expenditure, they worship God in a simple bhakti tradition. That's the reason it's called as bhakti. So Adivasis, they belongs to Shakta, Buddhist, Vaishnav, Bhakti, and Christianity. So religious practices of Adivasis.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
What?
Sir, what if there is no caste in India? What will be the advantage and disadvantages?
What is the?
What if there is no caste system in India, sir? No caste.
Okay.
And sir, what will be the advantages of that and the disadvantages?
Caste system in India. Advantage is why the caste system is started. It is nothing but a distribution of work. Okay, that's the reason why caste system is started. Like traditionally, if you refer Vedas, then Vedas very clearly says that nobody is born in a caste, whereas you take up a caste because of your profession. For example, a person who involved in worshipping or involved in a work related to the temple was called as Brahmin. A person who protected the kingdom was called as Kshatriya. A person who involved in the trade was called as Vaishya. And person who helped all the other three, he was called as Shudra. So why the caste system started? With the simple reason that who has to do a work. That's the reason the caste system was started. Okay. But over a period of time, the caste system, it becomes so rigid. Now we are all belong to a caste because we are born in that caste, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now at present the caste system is really having lot of disadvantage because caste rivalries, and we are divided on the basis of various divisions, fractions and all. But there are few advantages even today because there are something in India we say Gotra. Okay, Gotra is considered as you may have a blood relation. Okay, so people don't marry from the same Gotra because there is a scientifically it says that if you people belong to the same Gotra, if they marry, the children who are means possible there is a handicap or some disabilities. Okay. So there are certain advantages like that, but now today it is not possible to think over eradicating caste system in India. Why? Because the caste is one of the strong factor in India for the politicians to get
Get
vote.
votes.
Yeah. So that is the reason why. At present, what is the advantage of caste system is hopefully there is no advantage. That's the reason why in the towns and cities and a lot of intercaste marriages, people don't people if you ask someone's caste, what is your caste, then it's considered as you are uncivilized. A lot of things are going on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The other castes have divisions, sir.
Yeah, in each caste there is further subdivisions. No, like even in Christianity, no, there are divisions. No, okay, like Catholics are there, Protestants are there, converted Christians are there. Islam also there's a division. Shias are there, Sunnis are there. Jainism there is a difference. Buddhism there is a groups. Sikhism there is a group. You may be seeing few sardars who have pagadi and who leave beard, and few are clean shaved, even though their name is Singh. है ना?
Yes,
So
Yes,
if
sir.
people belongs to Khalsa Panth, so even in other religion, I don't think only in Hinduism there is a fraction. It's not like that. Even in other religions also, there is enough division. Okay. Hope you return this. Okay. For example, the Jagannath cult of Puri, okay, and Tantric tradition in Bengal. Okay, substantial number of Adivasis are converted into Christianity, which emerged as important religion in modern Adivasi history. If you could recall, just few days back, the Karnataka legislature passed an act, not passed an act, but they passed in legislative assembly, legislative council, they have to get an approval. Which law it is?
Sir.
Belgaum, in
What
Belgaum,
is the
there
other
was
name?
a session.
Sir, banning MES.
Banning,
Correct.
sir, banning converting of religions.
Yeah, that is what? Anti-religious conversion bill. Okay. The religious conversion bill passed in Karnataka lower house, upper house, it has to be passed. It is very clearly says that forceful religious conversion. What is the meaning of religious conversion?
So converting one religion to another, sir. Like a person is in a religion and converted to another religion.
Okay. So conversion, religious conversion in India considered as most of the time religious conversion is done for the purpose of gaining popularity or increasing the number of their particular religion. So Karnataka government now plan to pass an anti-religious conversion bill. According to that, any forceful conversion from one religion to another religion considered as illegal. The same way, the love jihad means if a person is converting a lady or a gent from other religion just for the purpose of in the name of marriage. So such a forceful conversion, all those things will be shortly considered as illegal in Karnataka. There are a lot of problem in Orissa. Okay. In Orissa, it is believed that more than 1,000 to 2,000 Adivasis are converted into Christianity on month basis. That means in every month more than 2,000 people are converted from Adivasi to Christianity. That's the reason why, if you could recall, there were a lot of incidents, even the killing the nuns and brothers who are involved in the church and all those things. So religious conversion, why today Adivasis are facing problem? There's a large scale conversion of Adivasis from Adivasi group to Christianity by offering them money and any other kind of help. And few
Sir, why
Adivasis,
they are converting only Christianity, sir?
that is they get lot of money actually. The few agencies who are involved in this conversion, no, they get lot of money from the European countries. Okay. Now there is a term called tantric traditions. What is called tantric traditions? Have you seen in the movies and all, Adivasis are keeping a skull, two bones?
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Superstitious beliefs.
Superstitious belief, nahi. Okay, superstitious only, but they do lot of giving sacrifice of animal. Okay, so there are few Adivasis even today they involve in tantric traditions. Okay, that they involve in witchcraft or they involve in animal sacrifice. All those things even today practiced. Adivasis have their own language. Okay, and most of the Adivasis they are influenced from the mainstream Indian languages like Bengali, Santhali, and largest number of speakers has a significant body of publication including magazines, internet, and e-zines. Okay, so we completed the topic of who are Adivasis. Then we also discussed about which states are considered as Adivasi states. You can check what you have studied. They are Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and northeastern states. We also studied about the religious worshipping practices of Adivasi. Adivasis worship mountain spirits, river spirits, annual spirit, etc. And religious beliefs among Adivasis, we studied about Shakta, Buddhist, Vaishnava, Bhakti, and
Christianity.
okay. So let us move to the next topic, that is Adivasis and stereotyping. Please write down the topic. Adivasis and stereotyping. Hope you are with me,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
but very few are with me.
Sir.
Hmm? Yes, tell me, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Adivasis and stereotyping. In India, we are usually showcase a Adivasi community in a particular way. Thus, during school functions and other official events or in books and movies, Adivasis are invariably portrayed in a very stereotypical way in colorful costumes, headgears, and through their dancing. So, if you remember, we discussed about the term called stereotyping. I said if I say uh, a horse, nobody should the brain nobody should think of a donkey, isn't it? Because same picture will come in your brain. If I say Adivasi, then I told you we discussed in the last, a fair looking, a smart looking image won't come in your brain. Why? Because we have a particular thought process in our brain. School, colleges, functions, and all. If there is a Adivasi picture or a reference about Adivasi, or if there is a need to Adivasis to be presented in a function, generally at that time we take care of colorful costumes. The person will be definitely having a headgear, and most of the Adivasis considered as involved in dancing. But is it real? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes,
real?
sir.
No, sir.
Not
No,
fully,
sir.
sir.
Sir, it can be, sir.
It can be.
Yes, sir.
Percentage may be 80, but it is percentage definitely may not be
100.
100.
100. But still we feel that Adivasi
They're
means
dancing.
Adivasi means dark in color. Agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And wear the leaf or something as a headgear.
Yes, sir.
Ah. So this kind of feeling or the thought process in our mind is called as stereotyping. So understood what is the meaning of stereotyping? Stereotyping
Yes,
means
sir.
we have a defined thought process. Okay, defined thought process which may be real or may not be real sometimes, but we assume accordingly because of our limited understanding about a particular thing. they very often wrongly leads the people believing that Adivasis are exotic, primitive, and backward. Often, Adivasis are blamed for their lack of advancement as they believed to be resist for the change or new ideas. You will remember that in class 6 book, how stereotyping of a particular community lead to the people discriminating against such groups. Now, whenever we speak Adivasi, these three qualities we will definitely associate with them. One, Adivasis are exotic. I told you when you are traveling in a train, suddenly if a group of Naga sadhus enters to your train, you will not feel comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yes. If imagine if you are suddenly traveling in a forest area, a group of Adivasis blocked your vehicle, you feel tensed. Why? Because if you read somewhere or you saw in the movies or some kind of thought process very clearly says that Adivasis are very primitive, underprivileged, or backward. That is the problem. So often we blame Adivasis because they are not literate. They are not literate and they are not according to the requirement of the modern society. These are the few stereotypical thoughts with us about the Adivasi group. Okay. So Adivasis and stereotyping means we assume Adivasis are primitive, exotic, and backward. Okay. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay then. So next topic, that is Adivasis and development and marginalization. We'll study in the next class. Okay. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. 23
Thank
participants.
you.
Where are the others? We are all enjoying, huh?
Bye, sir. Thank you. Sir,
Bolo.
sir, you said last three words, not sir. Primitive about Adivasis, sir. Can you
Primitive,
please repeat them, sir?
exotic, and backward.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.